Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new Class 66 Rocks aviation model review. Now today we're looking at a Skymarks model. Now this particular model I've purchased for two reasons, which I'll briefly explain now. The first one is that I do actually want to go travelling the world and see different countries, and this particular airline travels to the United States from Manchester Airport, which is like my local airport. So eventually I want to travel with them to see like the US, but not only that, I'm also thinking of applying to become cabin crew with them as well, if the airline is still around later this year. As you may remember me mentioning, I went for the position last year, but due to personal circumstances I had to withdraw my application. So hopefully this year nothing will get in the way of me reapplying. So anyway, let's get on with the review. So as you can see today, I'm just trying to avoid the glare from the window as well. We have a Thomas Cook model, and this particular one is an Airbus A321. Now this is in the normal Thomas Cook design, as I know they've done the hybrid one, which is like half Monarch colours, half Thomas Cook colours. So I'll also be getting that at some stage. So what I'll do, I'll take a look at the model and unbox it with the camcorder. Then once I've put it all together, I'll get the GoPro out and we'll do a close-in look at it. So as you can see, it's by Skymarks. It's part of their Aircraft of the World collection. And as you can see there, it's an A321. So taking a look at the top of the box, it says no glue required, true to scale model and simple snap fit design. Collect them all. Start your collection with the airplanes you have flown on. Add to your collection with aircraft from around the world. And it has authentic markings. A display stand is included and it's made of a durable plastic material. So taking a look at the side of the box, as you can see we've got the Skymarks logo and the Aircraft of the World wording underneath. So it's item number SKR804 Thomas Cook A321 and it's in 1/150th scale. Taking a look at the back of the box, there's nothing much different on the back. It just gives you the description again, along with the skymarksmodels.com website. And we also have an image of how the plane goes together. Now they always use the same image more or less on most of the backs of these boxes, but obviously the designs all vary, so I think that's just like a guide if you're struggling a little bit. So on the bottom of the box we can see it is manufactured by Daron Worldwide Trading Inclusive, who are based in Fairfield, New Jersey, USA. It's an officially licensed product by Airbus, as you can see. So all of their models, they must have licensed for Daron to produce. And on the end here, we've got our recyclable logos and age ratings, etc. And the model is made in Taiwan. Okay, so let's get this particular model open and have a look at what's included. Okay, so I'll just put that box to the side for a moment. So first off, as you can see, it's presented in a foam style tray with a plastic lid. So we'll just place this down and take it off. You may notice the light fading in and out on the camcorder. All it is when I bring the object up to the viewfinder, it goes darker. When I move it away, it goes lighter. So the first thing that we get in the box is the main section of the plane itself. As you can see, it's come in a plastic bag, so we'll just take it out of here. So we'll just try and get this plastic from around the tail fin. There we go. Okay, so one thing that you'll notice is that the front wheel is actually already attached. Which is actually a good thing actually, because I know these can be quite delicate, especially when you're trying to glue them on. So looking at it, it's not too light, it's not too heavy. In fact, it's really lightweight, to be fair. So as you can see, it's an Airbus A321. So taking a look at the side, as you can see, it says Thomas Cook Airbus A321, and you've got the cockpit windows just there, the landing gear on the front, the Thomas Cook branding as I mentioned. Moving along now, we've got another door here where obviously the passengers come out of and the crew, etc. We've got the holes here for where the wings clip into. As you can see, it has the registration GTCDG along with the United Kingdom flag just to the right there, and we have windows also printed very neatly on the edge of the plane. Now I think they do another registration of this one as well, but this one I've actually photographed in Manchester, so I was waiting for a while just for this one to be listed, and luckily it did. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to get it because I've seen the real life thing, now to get the model. So moving along to the back of the plane, as you can see, we've got the Thomas Cook heart logo. I think that's what it's called anyway, but if you work for Thomas Cook and know the proper name of it, please leave your comments below. But it is a striking livery, it has to be said. So turning the plane round again to the other side, and there's nothing much different on this side. We've got the Thomas Cook heart logo just there in a yellowish, orange, reddish sort of colour. Again, we've got the doors and the windows printed very neatly on the sides of the plane, as you can see. Again, we have the plane registration and the United Kingdom flag, this time with the flag being to the left and the registration being to the right. We've got a hole there for the wings. And again, on the front here, we've got the Thomas Cook wording and the Airbus A321 wording as well. So that's the main section of the body. I apologise about the glare, as it's coming through the window quite bright today, so I'm having to position myself in a position where it doesn't cause too much interruption to the video. So we'll just place the main half of the body down for a second. So what we'll do now, we'll just have a look what else is included. Okay, so the next thing that comes in the box is this Skymarks leaflet that shows you a few of the planes that they produce. So like I say, if you're an avid collector of these planes, then you've got a checklist on the back as well. I'm not going to show you the entire checklist because there are absolutely loads. But like I say, I suppose it's based on preference and taste and whether you've flown on this particular aircraft, etc. So I'll just place that down for a moment. Okay, so the next thing that we have is the wings of the aircraft, which are here, as you can see. So we've got one for the left, one for the right, and the landing gear is also been fitted to the wings as well. Now I'm sure I haven't had this featured on other reviews, but without going back to them and re-looking again, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, it's an advantage having them put on already. So as you can see on the edges of the tail wings as well, well, wingtips should I say, we've got the Thomas Cook heart logo, as you can see. So that's the wings. So the next thing that we have is the jet engines, which are painted in a very nice sort of darkish yellow colour. So we'll be fitting those in just a second. And last but not least, well, not nearly last but not least, we have the display stand with the Thomas Cook wording and the Airbus A321 wording along with the scale on as well. So I'll just take this out. He says, oh, there we go. Okay, so right, so there's just another little piece fell out. And on the bottom of the display stand as well, I'll show you those in a second, we've got the Skymarks sticker just on the bottom. Now one other thing that did fall out was this part of the display stand as well. So this just clips into here like so, like that. So you hear it click into place. So we'll be putting this plane on the stand in just a second. But last but not least, we've got two other small items included. We've got the wing tips for the tail wings for the back of the plane, as you can see. So we'll put those on in a second. And finally, we have the assembly instructions that just tell you how to put the plane together. So we'll just keep hold of these briefly, but I do know how to do these models in any case, as I've got quite a few of them now. So what we'll do now, we'll just pause this review, I'll switch to my GoPro camera and I'll get it all assembled, and then we'll take a closer look at a lower level at it. I'll be back in a second. Okay, hey everyone, so I've assembled the model now and I've fitted it to the display stand. So I've just got my GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition out to take a closer look at the plane at a ground level. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the side that we're facing first. I'll then turn the model around to the other side and we will take a look at the other side as well. So just moving in slightly to the side of this model, as you can see, we've got the landing gear fitted on the front there and just under the wings. Now one nice thing that I like about this model is the jet engines, which has like an etched grill effect, if you can just see that just there. So that adds a nice touch to it. As you can see, we've got the Thomas Cook livery presented very neatly throughout the design of the plane, all down the side and all on the other side as well. So let's just turn the model around slowly. As you can see, we've fitted the jet engines as well. So like I say, the yellow on that is really nice. Turning the model around to the back, as you can see, we fitted the tail wings to either side. So let's turn it around to the other side now. Okay, so taking a look at the other side, again, we fitted the tail wing just there. And we've got the plane registration, as you can see, on both sides. The Thomas Cook heart on the side of the wingtips just there. And again, the Thomas Cook branding up the side of the plane. So we'll just turn it around to the front just so that you can see the cockpit windows as well. Now, if you're a fan of aviation, my bad, just got my finger in the way there. If you are a fan of aviation, I highly recommend this particular model. Or if you've flown with the airline and you wanted just like a souvenir, then these are sort of readily available. I'd probably say if you're watching this from like the UK or like from Manchester, etc., obviously you know about the Aviation Viewing Park shop and the one in Terminal 1, which sell these models. For those of you who aren't familiar with Manchester, I don't know whether any of your other airports have got shops that sell Skymarks in them, but these are available on eBay, as this is where this particular model was from. So you will get a seller along the line who will have one for sale. It's not very often that you don't see them on eBay, because you do. I think this particular model is about £35, so it's quite cheap for the price as well. So that is it basically. The Skymarks model Thomas Cook Airbus A321.